It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them, Canada Dry.
It's time for D-A-D. That means Dynamite After Dark, and we got like 50 people here.
We'll talk about that, because this is big. Like, this is the biggest Dynamite we've ever did. Let's hit the intro. How you guys doing? It's Wednesday night. Kaboom! It's Dynamite After Dark. Holy cow. Now, if you're about 10 beers in, you think you're seeing stuff. Oh, no. We decided to go 5 deep. 5 deep. We are the hand, ladies and gentlemen, of wrestling podcast history.
$5 foot longs.
$5.
I am, of course, one. Your, I don't know, what is this, a quintuple?
A quintet?
A quintet. I am one of the quintet of your party hosts for tonight. I am, hopefully, the new limitless champion of AFW. I am the JFB.
Bring it home, baby.
And
I root for you. Yay!
Professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. My name is Canada Effing Dry, baby.
All right. Now, we have the regular rigmarole. We have, of course, to my that way, he goes by many names. I call him GM Joe. I call him the greatest American GM ever. But you will know him as Golden Graham. Say good evening, Golden Graham.
Good evening, gentlemen. It is great to be part of 1/5 of the five-time DAD host of the night. But no,
Tell
how are
me,
we doing tonight,
you
gentlemen?
just did not say that.
Let me just say for a second that Booker T likes to light the candle at both ends. First, he said Sting should retire. Then, first he says Sting should not retire, and then he's saying Sting should retire. I mean, you got to pick a side, buddy. You can't sit
Picking both sides, you know. He's got his
Ducky, ducky, quack, quack. That's all I got to say.
Look, the Sting shouldn't retire is the fan side. The Sting should retire is the WWE speak, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
He was told to flip-flop his opinion.
Well, that's not a shocker, nor a surprise, but I digress. We are also joined by probably one of the most sexiest voices, the Velvet Fog. That's what I call him. He's like the Mel Torme of AFW and all effing wrestling. I'm talking about Mr. Isaacs, the effing expert. What's going on, my brother?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased, as always, to be here on Dynamite After Dark.
I'm feeling some Wayne's World action over here. Swing.
I'll tell you right now.
It's giving me shivers.
Goosebumps right there. And we are joined by a gentleman who I call friend. Even though he's a Colts fan, even though he keeps saying that he is the perfection king, he is one hell of a guy. I'm talking about Lord Rich Southwood, brother.
Hello, one and all. Better than your boyfriend, Lord Ryan Rich, is happy to be here with you, gentlemen, this evening.
Now, who's boyfriend?
Everyone's.
Everyone's?
I love it. So let's get started. I want to just say right off the bat, and I'm going to say it again when I give my soliloquy at the end, when I give my stars and my flowers. This had the feel all show of a go-home show for not anything huge. There's no pay-per-view coming up anytime soon, but this had a real go-home fever and go-home flavor. So I'm going to go. We open with Renee Paquette. She is with MJF. Adam Cole on the phone. Roddy Strong coming in, yelling and screaming everybody's name. Roddy yelling Adam should be on a shirt. Why it is not on a shirt right now, I don't know, and I want it now. Tony Khan and Pro Wrestling Tees, get your butts in gear and get this made so the JFB can buy a new shirt. He offers to help MJF, which I thought was hilarious because essentially he's offering the services of Taven and what's his face and Pinellas. So that's just is beautiful. He really cuts an amazing promo. He says he has Switchblade's name on a bullet. I like this tweener. Okay, I like this tweener version of MJF. He's gone away from the too sweet baby face. He's kind of in this realm. He's kind of like in purgatory. He's a tweener right now. And then we get a cut to the video of the devil wearing the devil's mask, which I think is going to be interesting. I'm really interested to see how they play this. But I want to get to the first match because it is MJF. He is defending his diamond ring. And he's going against, well, we like to call him Soft Serve Soda Jones. Here are some of my notes. Soft Serve comes out with the guns, no big surprise. MJF goes right after Soft Serve. I mean, literally right after. I love the intense tweener that MJF is portraying. I think this is a great way to kind of get him assimilated to fans of faces and because he's over right now. He's over as a face. He's over as a tweener. He's over as a heel. This guy is over like Rover. Okay. Soft Serve gets juiced. Homeboy starts bleeding after he gets flipped into the post. Guns distract so Soft Serve can choke out the champ. We get good action during the picture-in-picture. Switchblade on commentary was not really that great. It was okay. Not a talker. He just, like sometimes he is really good. Sometimes he's just off the mark. Tonight he was just off the mark and just didn't flow. He just didn't flow with the crew. We get Kangaroo Jones. That's right. Kangaroo kick from MJF. MJF retains. He keeps the diamond ring on his pinky finger. Here comes the beatdown as expected. The Bang Bang Gang, the Bullet Club Gold started to beat on him. And then here comes Roddy in his wheelchair with Kanellis and Taven. And they get into the ring and Bang Bang Club kick him out of the ring with violence. And then here comes the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed comes out. Now, they're building the story with Max Caster and MJF, which I thought was really interesting. We are getting another double title defense. MJF is going to have to defend the Ring of Honor tag titles again. Sans Adam Cole, the other half of the tag team champions, which is a thorn in my side at this point. And then he's going to defend against Jay White at Full Gear. And then out comes Kenny Omega. So as if we don't have already enough contenders, and the list is long, and I'll talk about it in a couple of matches later. But it's a cavalcade. I feel like it's like a ticket deli at a count. It's the ticket counter at the deli where you just pull a number and hope to God that you get that last slice of ham because Kenny Omega comes out and challenges him for Saturday night. Saturday Night Collision. We have a World Heavyweight Championship match. MJF, who will pass Omega on Saturday night versus Kenny Omega. Canada Dry. Make sense of the madness, if you will, my friend.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can make sense of the madness. I can maybe paint it a little different because I paint by numbers every single day.
Real cheese.
There's a 7 over there. There's a 9 over here. But what this match is for coming up to Collision, oh my goodness, this is a pay-per-view quality match that we're getting on TV. But I enjoyed seeing Juice Robinson get his ass kicked today. I enjoyed that so much. Oh, I was waiting for that for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, it's that satisfaction. You know when you like pop the bubbles on the packaging, it's like that satisfaction.
Lord Rich Southwood, my friend, bestow upon us your wisdom, if you will.
Well, it's this whole between the between the initial promo, the match, and the segments that followed was like the first 30, 35 minutes of the show. Like,
Yes.
It was a chunk. And it felt a little like that too. I mean, I love how everything was set up, and they placed it in really well. But it was a lot to digest right off the beginning of a show. But I think that kind of led you to believe that this is going to be a big one. So I think it was just a precursor. The match itself, I thought it was really great. And I know I talked about with Canada Dry on Wrestling with the Paranormal Sunday with the Kill City Crep crew about the honeycomb looking thing. I've changed my answer. Juice Robinson is the honeycomb looking monster. That's 100% sure. But it was good to see.
We also said he was Captain Caveman at one point.
I love the fact that MJF is riding the tweener because he has to.
Yeah.
He literally, there's no one in his corner, and he has people coming on him from every side. I feel like it's like a comic book crossover, and it's going to be like the Sinister Six versus MJF.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it feels, or like some sort of Herculean 12 labors, and I'm all here for it. I can't wait.
That is the nerdiest comic book reference you have ever freaking made. And I love you for that, my friend. I love this. Mr. Isaacs, with your
I just want to know if the Sinister Six is there. Which one is Dr. Octopus?
We'll leave that to your own devices.
You know, I thought this was a great match. I thought this was a really hot way to open the show. I love the fact that they had MJF come out and show intensity and go straight up the middle at him because he's angry. And it really kind of put him over as a strong, badass champion. And, busting up Juice Robinson. I don't know if that was hard way or if that was planned. I don't know. But it looked dope either way.
Yeah.
The post-match shenanigans just added to the chaos. I just think it was a good, chaotic opening to the show that presented a lot of questions that need to be answered.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. Go the Graham. Lay it on us, brother.
Okay, so we're going to start from the beginning of the show. I love the fact that MJF was able to just flip from jokey with the Kingdom, and then he turned. It's like he flipped a switch and he gets serious talking to what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Sorry, it's been a long day. To Juice, yeah.
Soft Soda Jones.
You know, I noticed, JFB, they don't have the time that in the top corner anymore.
No, we do.
Yeah, I do. I see it.
Yeah, we have it.
Is time officially suspended from reality in Canada?
There's 5 of us. They like we can't handle it all.
Yeah, broke the internet.
Yeah, but the match was great. And then the afterwards, like, part of me thought that Kenny Omega was going to come out and offer up his services with him and the Bucks to take on Bullet Club Gold with MJF, which would have been a nice little wrinkle of just Bullet Club history, which would have been neat. But I'm extremely happy to have MJF and Kenny Omega on free TV on Saturday night, so I'm not complaining.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
So we go to a promo. It's a video promo. It's pre-taped, of course, and we are joined by Wardlow. Here's the thing. This was actually a somewhat half-decent promo from a guy who has never cut a good promo to save his life. Great promo. Yeah, I don't want, you know what? I don't think it's self-explanatory. He's challenging MJF for the belt, and we'll get to that a little bit later
Add
because
him to the list.
the list is long and distinguished. Let's go to our second match. We're talking about Silver and Reynolds. Silver and Reynolds. Silver and Reynolds. They're going to be taking on Hook and RVD. Here are some of my notes. It's not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. When your opponent is already in the ring by the time the commercial.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Whoa, the star of the show. Get on the drive.
I'm just fucking around with buttons.
And everyone calls me the heel in AFW. Jeez.
Dark Order is looking decent. They're getting some offense in. It's good to see the Dark Order start doing what Dark Order does, and that's wrestle, you know? Even Evil Uno's getting in on the deal with his sharp, snappy suit and his nice, pretty mask. At least the match got a picture-in-picture. My thought was this was going to be the squishiest of squish matches, but they actually got a PIP. They got a picture-in-picture, which bodes well. Hook with the hot tag. RVD looks like he went back in time about 15, 20 years. Mm-hmm. Homeboy is just on fire. Like, he is old school ECW. Back in the day, that's where he's going. It was a really decent match for what it was. It was a really good match. Let's go with Lord Witch Southwood, my friend.
I really enjoyed this match. And I got the opportunity earlier this year at Squared Circle Expo 3 to meet Rob Van Dam. And he is one of the nicest dudes in the wrestling business that I've gotten to meet. This match was fantastic. I love anytime I get to see a Van Daminator, I have a great day. Just that's it. We're done. Great day. Yeah. And Hook, I think, is starting to show a little bit more too in like ring awareness. In terms of like ring psychology, I think it's getting there. I think by pairing him with people like RVD or Orange Cassidy, like having them in that group, it just rubs off on him, which I think is a positive. And I thought that Dark Order, they're doing a great job of trying to get back to the heel and try to make Brody Lee proud.
Yeah, absolutely. F an expert, your turn, my friend.
Yeah, I kind of agree with most of what Mr. Lord Rich there says. Better than my boyfriend. He's right on the money here. RVD looked absolutely fantastic. I don't know if he's gone back in time or what. If he's smoking a new strain that's like gave him a new lease of life, I don't really know. But he looks RVD, fantastic. Baby. And I love the Pantera theme. I love when he comes out to that. That makes me mark out every time here in Philadelphia. And I agree that Hook is looking a lot better. I thought about that whenever I was watching this match. Like, he's looking more solid. He's looking less green. Now, he's still got a long ways to go. Yeah. He's still a kid, but he's getting there. I really, really enjoyed this match a lot. I knew as soon as Evil Uno came in the ring with the chair, immediately, Van Daminator. I knew it was coming. Love it. Love this match. Yeah, no complaints.
Golden Graham.
I mean, this was just a fun, just basically a thank you, Philly, here's your local hero match. And it lived up to expectations. And I agree with the other two. Like, Hook has definitely gotten better, and it feels like AEW feels that because of what is teased at the end of this show, which we will talk about later. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, once again, like, it was just sitting there seeing all the hits from RVD, the 5-star, the Rolling Thunder, the Van Daminator. It's like I was taken back to 1999 watching ECW on a Friday night. Like, I just enjoying myself. It was fun.
Staying up till 3:30 in the morning watching an obscure local channel to watch ECW. I'm with you, man. I feel you. Kind of dry.
You know, Joseph Graham, the only thing missing for you was your greasy fingers from your pizza and your 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And your bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. Let's not forget them. Yeah, absolutely was RVD on fire in this thing. I love that chair spot where Evil Uno comes in and he kicks it. That was so good. That was my Marty McFly moment of the night. So RVD reported that he is now, even though he got permission from WWE to be on this, he is now officially unbooked from WrestleMania in Philadelphia.
Can we say it all together, guys? Petty.
But also, he reported that right after that, he got a phone call and he was booked for another show in Philadelphia. So I don't know if that's AEW or what it is.
Ooh.
I imagine it was probably this show here.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a future show.
Yeah.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Real quick, before we move on, can you bring up Rennie's last comment, please?
I believe it's this one.
Rennie, ECW is Extreme Championship Wrestling. Go watch it. It is a cult classic, to say the least.
Okay, but we can't be going with Rennie's all her things, because she's like, what's a foot long?
She's from Japan.
We can't be answering all that stuff.
They have the metric system.
Yeah, so 12 inches equals how many centimeters? No.
Yeah, we can't be doing math lessons on
That's what Google's for.
Yes.
Put on Scott Steiner, for God's sakes.
Golden Graham's the math guy around here. All right.
Yeah. So we go to
Yes, in freedom units, not metric. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do that. We might as well show this one too. I think I'm having feelings for Richard.
I love it. All right, we go to
You can
commercial.
show your
Ask
wife
me-
that one.
Ask me if
Bucko.
I'm surprised. I'm not.
You can show your wife about this.
She can see. Everyone can look off the menu. They're just not allowed to order.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh,
Window shopping, my friends. Window shopping only.
Thirst trap for the ages.
Caleb,
baby.
we don't. What about your comments?
He just wants you to mention them.
Hey, I love your comments, Caleb.
Top notch, my
You're
friend.
the man,
Top-
Caleb.
buddy.
You're the man.
Comments.
We go to commercial. We come back, and oh my God, it's Tony Schiavone, which means only one thing. It's Sting. That's right. Schiavone is in the ring with Darby and Sting. Sting with the stick. Thanks, Philly. Thanks, Darby Allin. Thanks, Tony Khan, for giving him a call to come and jump on board AEW. And then we get the reveal of Tony Khan's gift.
Oh my god.
Now, you'd have to live in a cave in Afghanistan, on the moon, or circling interplanetary stars of Uranus, but my God, it's Ric frickin' Flair. That's right, Ric Flair.
Woo!
I'm really surprised he didn't shatter a hip when he started bouncing and started doing his little dance. I'm really surprised he didn't shatter his hip. Thank God this was saved by Christian, who gave one of the greatest heel promos I think I have ever seen or heard in my entire life. Many, many things were said. My favorite one is he's afraid he's going to super kick Ric Flair's pacemaker into dust.
The liver comment was pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
Black and liver.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So we're going to get a full gear 6-man match. Whether Ric Flair actually makes
I don't think Ric Flair's part of it, because they said they're going to find a partner.
Yeah.
So here's-
That guy is, I'm telling you right now, the amount of drinking that Ric Flair has done over the years, he's probably better preserved than most mummies in Egypt. I'm going to go with Mr. Isaacs. Your thoughts on this promo?
Now, do you think that Ric Flair is more preserved than Cleopatra? Because I know that
Absolutely.
was yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That
so
guy's liver is pickled, and he's got a new one.
did you hear how like tickled the commentators were that Tony Schiavone like wanted to say something? Like I was like that they giggled like schoolgirls for some reason.
Yeah, I thought that was
I'm not sure why. But yeah, I thought this was a nice little moment for Sting to come out and kind of share with the crowd. The Flair reveal, as soon as they started looking to the stage for somebody to come out, I knew it was Ric Flair.
Yeah.
I mean, who else was it going to be at this point? As far as Flair, Flair's Flair. He's a mess. He's an old man. It is what it is. I love Christian coming out and cutting a promo,
Yes.
making jokes about Weekend at Bernie's, and
Yes.
I just thought it was great. The black liver. I mean, the whole deal. Christian is doing the absolute best mic work of his entire career by far, and the best mic work of anybody in the business right now, quite frankly.
Absolutely.
Just absolutely amazing. I loved it. It's gonna be Adam Copeland. It's not gonna be Ric Flair teaming with him. But good segment. I liked it.
Mr. Golden Graham.
I enjoyed this, but my question is: one, is WWE going to remove the woo from their intro video now?
No,
They might.
They will.
No. You know why?
They're
I've already
petty.
done it before.
Here's the reason why. Ari Emanuel paid a lot of money for that. And I'm talking about not Vince McMahon. I'm talking about the real owner of WWE, Ari Emanuel. Yeah, there's no way they're going to get rid of that woo. That woo is so freaking iconic.
Okay, so when it gets removed, we'll be like, I told you so.
I mean, they've already removed it before and then put it back.
I would take it full on.
Well, you can remove it and still own it.
That's true.
But the same, like, it's still surreal in 2023 to see Ric Flair in AEW.
Yeah.
Because it's still Ric Flair.
Yep.
I mean, it was shocking, and it was like, I thought it was awesome because, like, it's Ric Flair and Sting. Like, they're each other. That is definitely Sting's greatest rival. Don't care what anyone says.
I can guarantee you that Tony Khan wanted Ric Flair in there. But the airplane arrived from hell.
Well, exactly.
Totally messed that up.
I really thought that closed like any shot of him coming to AEW ever.
Well, at time heals or wounds, you forget about it, and unless like women start protesting in the arenas.
I mean, did someone cover the plane ride from hell? Because I don't recall. I'm just kidding.
But the funny thing is that I wonder, does Tony Khan have a gift receipt? Because I like him. Like, is there anything else I get? Maybe back there. Is there like a rocking chair? Maybe a car? I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wanted TK to be out here just to see him act like a little schoolgirl.
Yeah,
because he was geeking out when Rick showed up.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. Rich Southwood, your thoughts, my friend?
This segment was very indicative of the entire show. I think it was very much exposition. It was building and it was continuing on. I popped hard when Flair came down just because. And it's so interesting to hear. It's a throwback memory to hear Ric Flair's voice on TBS.
Yeah.
So that was a really cool, just kind of wrestling moment for me. Christian is God's gift to wrestling.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank. He is killing the game, and everything they're doing together is amazing. And I can't wait to see how it all turns out.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of Christian, you wonder how well he would have done if he would have been given the license to kill while he was in WWE. Right?
I mean, Vince flat out has said multiple times he never saw Christian as a star. And it's a shame because it's taken this long for someone, especially, thank God, Tony Khan, knew and saw what he did in Impact and said, we can do better with him. And
do you remember when he debuted? People were mad that it was just Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was hyped up as a Hall of Famer, and they were like, this is it?
Yeah. Eat your freaking words now, guys.
Yep, exactly.
Real quick before we move on.
We're pleasantly surprised at what Christian has been able to do in this.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick before we move on, someone in our group chat earlier tonight said they did some research, and this is the longest that Ric Flair was in his ring with Sting and didn't betray him.
That's so true.
Well, we've got till March. He said he's coming along till March, so we'll see.
I know that Ric Flair is, come on, let me wrestle. Let me do it one more time.
Of course he is.
Let me do it one more time.
Sorry, I got another one in me. I got another.
He's like, if Sting can jump off a rafter, so can I, damn it. No.
Oh, yeah.
I can at least fall.
That guy is 95% alcohol and
I'll fake my death.
And probably
I'll die in the middle of that ring.
No,
and the ratings will go incredible.
He definitely tweeted that out tonight. He was like, he wants to die in the ring, and I'm like, you're crazy.
Nah.
Oh, my goodness. Go home, Rick.
Yeah.
You're drunk.
Because nobody wants to see a geriatric wrestling match for Sting and Ric Flair. Anyways, Renee is backstage with Jericho, which was taped earlier. I said it on the screen, so I can go ahead and say it too as well. He's talking about the Hobbs beatdown, and to be honest with you, like, I was in New York City many years ago and literally watched one bum beat another bum with a cardboard box so badly that they had to call an ambulance. This beatdown was freaking worse than that beatdown I saw in New York City. But Renee is talking about maybe a possible retirement. Jericho says, you know what? Nay, my friend. I'm going to get bigger, badder, stronger. I'm going to call some of my bigger and stronger friends to take care of the Don Callis family. Woo! Let's go to our
Not
next
looking forward to where this is going.
It's interesting. Where's this gonna go? Like
Mark Henry and Big Show. All white.
Yeah, that's
and
all we
Mark
got
Henry.
left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Jake Hager technically bigger than Hobbs?
No.
I don't think
Taller,
so.
yes.
Taller.
Bigger,
Oh,
no.
Taller, yeah.
Taller, maybe, but not
mean,
bigger.
but the clue is the fact that Will Hobbs has started using the world's strongest slam,
Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
which is better than of a finisher than the spine buster. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if he got like just everyone big, he'd be like, I got Brett Cage, I got Hager, I got
John
Paul
Gonzalez.
White, I got Mark Henry, I got what's his name? The guy who does the big splash, Bearcat.
Yeah.
Keith
Yeah.
Lee.
Bearcat. I love that that's the name you remember, Bearcat.
Yeah, I can't remember Keith Lee, but Bearcat I do.
Let's go to match number 3. Holy Christopher Columbus. We're plowing through right now. Before we get to match number 3, match number 3 is brought to you by FTW Pro Wrestling because we got to see some really good wrestling so far in this show. And you're wondering to yourself, well, how do I become a professional wrestler? Well, you can't just sit up a ring in your backyard and start being a bunch of bums, hobos, and 13-year-old children who live across the street. You can't do it. It's one, it's illegal. And two, you're going to hurt yourself and you're going to hurt someone. You got to learn from the best. And why not learn from NWA stars Natalia Markova and Brian Idol? So I give to you, my friends, a little taste of what FTW Pro Wrestling is really, well, what it's really all about. Okay? So let's, if I can find it. There it is.
Determination, perseverance. These are the qualities that make a champion. Do you have what it takes to be the next wrestling superstar? Are you ready to turn your dreams into a reality? At Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy, we can help you become the champion you were meant to be. Our world travel trainers, Brian Idol and Natalia Markova, are well-known industry professionals with years of experience in the world of wrestling. From the basics to advanced techniques, they are dedicated to help give you the tools that you need to succeed in the ring. Our training program is tailored to challenge you, push you to your limits, and help you discover your full potential. Come join our diverse group of talent. Join us at Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy and make your dream a reality. Visit our website or contact us to learn more and start your journey to the top today.
We're talking about 2 NWA wrestlers that are now going to appear in the CW, which is great. Amazing. Yes. The NWA is getting exposure, which means they're going to be able to get better wrestlers. And they're going to have a bigger fan base, and it's going to make the world of wrestling a better place. $250 a month. You go work at Publix. You do DoorDash. You do a little Lyft, a little Uber. You pay your way in. You get in. You learn from the best. Who knows? You may be the next NWA champion and have the 10 pounds of gold over your shoulder or around your waist.
Now, Rich, Caleb wants to know if you can play the matchmaker so I can go on a date with Natalia.
Well, I mean, as better than your boyfriend, it is well within my power to do so. So we could certainly strike up a backstage conversation.
Thank you so much. That would be lovely.
I like
Absolutely.
this.
My pleasure.
We got backstage brokering right now happening right in front of you. This is like This is like Monopoly level deal making right here. I love it. Match number 3, we're talking about the Hardys and Brothers A versus the Elite. Here's some of my notes. I'm really interested that they came out to Wayward Son. That's associated, of course, with the Bucks and Kenny Omega. Obviously, Kenny Omega doing his own solo thing right now. So, of course, you got to bring someone in. You bring in Hangman Page. He's part of the Elite. You play the Elite song. The Hardys just don't have the shine that they used to. I don't know if it's because Jeff Hardy is sober. I don't know if it's just because Matt Hardy is unable to bend his arms and legs and he just walks around like a stiff Frankenstein monster. I'm not sure. But they're getting some decent offense in at the same time. I didn't get excited with them mocking the Bucks. It just seemed, I don't know, it just seemed like it just didn't stick. It didn't land. It just felt awkward. The best part of the match was Zay losing his do-rag. Like, he lost his do-rag in the middle of the ring. I mean, they had some good some good fun and some really good moves. I want to talk about what happened after the match.
Can we talk about this first, then?
Let's talk about the match. Match itself. Golden Graham, you go first, my friend.
It was a fine match. I mean, it feels like they really went out of their way to make Zay look like the star.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a fine trios match. It's just like you said, the Hardys just they don't have it anymore. It sucks because I loved the Hardys as a kid, but
yeah,
it's not the same when they get in the ring anymore.
No, it's not. Canada Dry, your turn, my friend, on the match.
Yeah, I was really entertained by this match. I found that that they haven't gotten any offense in like this in a long time, and they controlled the pace of the match.
Yeah.
And that was good to see. But I found that it was kind of pointless if you're gonna have Zay take the pin.
Yeah,
I was like they kind of butchered him after that. So I don't know. I enjoyed the match though.
Yeah.
I disagree with Noob's comment like 100%.
What did Noob say?
Wayward Son isn't a good fit for wrestling. Get out of here.
Oh, I love this song.
By the way, it's a 70s song, not an 80s song. But I like that. Your turn, my friend.
I'm sorry? Oh, it's on me? My bad. Sorry, my son just came in and gave me a hug. Good night. I feel like this match was purely put on because the Young Bucks told Tony Khan, hey, we want to wrestle the Hardys again. Yeah. And I think it was just a service to them and to try to put some sort of shine on them on a Dynamite. And, good for them for that. I know they look up to them a lot. In terms of the match, it was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. But you got to have another title opportunity on your show, so I guess that counts for something.
That's true. Mr. Isaacs?
I thought this was a good match. I didn't think it was anything mind-blowing or, anything like that. It was a Young Bucks trios match. I mean, it's just kind of...
This was the dark main event. That's what it was.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you've kind of seen them one, you've seen them all. They're good. Yeah. They're entertaining. Yeah, nothing great about it, but it was all right. Yeah. I love Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yeah.
It's just absolute great song. It's an absolute banger. I'm with you, JFB. I was kind of surprised to hear it too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, Omega was already out and they're playing this theme again, but then it dawned on me, okay, it's Hangman with the Bucks.
Yeah. I think it's just the Elite Trios matches get Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a serviceable match.
I bet you the only reason they even wanted these belts is so they could play the song again.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's why TK did. He's like, look, I paid money for this song. We're going to use it.
But isn't it per use? Not.
I can answer that question. Traditionally, your bigger bands is a per use basis. So every time you use it, you pay a royalty fee. Your lesser known bands or your lesser known artists usually will do it for a certain length of time, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, but bigger band.
A pretty big band then.
Yeah, Kansas is a pretty decently sized band. So let's talk about psychology and the psychology of booking a match and the psychology of executing what needs to be executed to further along a storyline. We break into the Jumbotron. It's Prince Nana entering a house, which is always entertaining. And he's with Swerve. And it's Hangman's house. And Swerve cuts probably one of the most terrifying and methodical promos I have ever seen. He doesn't raise his voice. He stays somewhat monotone. He walks into the house. Number one, the first thing I learned was Hangman Page likes chocolate-covered berries. Good for him. Being a little healthy. I learned that Swerve is not a fan of children's artwork.
My wife was not happy when he did that.
You know what? Looking at my first thought, looking at artwork, it was like that was not done by a child. That was clearly done by an adult to make it look like a child.
Yeah, exactly. Number 3, we learn that Swerve wants Hangman Page and he wants to drive him crazy. He enters Hangman Page's kid's room, leaning over the crib, proceeds to cut probably one of the most scathing promos I have ever seen a heel cut. Never raised his voice, talked about opportunities, and then took a Swerve t-shirt and laid it in the crib. Now, I don't remember where Hangman Page lives. I don't think it's Pennsylvania.
No, it's Virginia.
West Virginia. Or Virginia, yeah.
So he runs out of the ring.
Like he's going to get to his house or something.
Like he's going to run like Forrest freaking Gump, and he's going to run to West Virginia to save his child's life. Give me a break. Anyway.
Okay, so instead of going around the circle, with everyone taking like 2 minutes to explain, start with JFB. Give me one word that promo made you feel. Just one word.
Enthralled.
Golden Graham?
Chilling.
Yeah.
Mr. Isaacs?
Exciting.
Rich?
Sadistic.
Oh, that's a good one
Good
too.
word.
And I'm gonna go with hungry because I want some of those chocolate covered berries.
Yes, are you trying to say you're going to eat Hangman's baby?
You know what? I was thinking that possibly there's no baby even in the crib because
Well,
Who's the kid's mother? That's what I want to know.
yeah.
The kid was just there by themselves.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't see a kid, right?
Hey, that's Hangman Page's baby. You damn well know that baby's downstairs at the wet bar drinking whiskey.
Yes.
There you go.
He's gonna cut a promo. I wasn't even there last week. What are you even talking about?
You
Like
kidding
a
me?
horrible red, be like,
I
You
do
want
think
some
this
at
would have
my
been
house?
better if Hangman would have stayed in the ring to actually watch the promo.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it would have been okay if they cut to the back and like he's frantically trying to find his phone to call his wife. That makes
Yeah.
sense. But
Yes.
no, you're not going to run all the way the frick home, dude. Like that's not believable. It's not good storytelling.
That's what Edge did.
Daniel
Remember?
Garcia danced all the way home. Is that what he's going to do? He's going to Daniel Garcia all the way there?
Yeah. Let's go
Remember
to
when Seth Rollins broke in Edge's house and it showed immediately Edge backstage trying to call Beth and trying to call the police. Yeah.
Now,
they
Dallas was hoping that Hangman's got a gun, by God.
It definitely did give you some like Brian Pillman
Yeah.
Monday night vibes. Like it felt
Exactly.
a little bit like, but just way more darker than what Pillman did.
All right, we got to move on to our next thing because we want to end this sometime soon.
So we got Renee. Renee's with Adam Copeland, otherwise known as Edge. Talks about friendship with Christian. Darby interrupts. Then Sting comes in and tells him to open up his freaking eyes. We're going to move past this. We're going to go to match number 4. We got Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho. She's taking on Sheeta. Here are some of my notes. This is the match I was actually the most excited about. It was interesting to see Ruby Soho kind of getting a little heelish. Great torture act by Sheeta. Lex Luger somewhere was like, yippee skippy. Ruby looked off tonight. I don't know if that was by design or if that was just how it happened. But I love the fact she pulled the Eddie and cheated. I loved it. Anytime you pull the Eddie, it just makes my heart swoon. It just absolutely does. Pace starts to pick up. It was an okay win by Sheeta, but I'm going to just say this. I think that this has not been a good championship run for her. I think that the women's division is lacking in excitement right now, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Jamie Hayter is not wrestling. I'm just putting that out there. Of course, Storm comes out. She's with Luther. We know that Tony Storm is going to be taking on Sheeta for the women's championship. Canada Dry, woo! Lay it on us, brother.
All right, just let me first say, if you're making a comment in the chat and you expect me to show it or expect JP to show it, it has to kind of be about the show.
Yeah.
I'm not going to show random comments about sushi in Canada or some silly thing. It has to be about the show if you want me to show the stuff. So just so you know. But this match, Ruby Soho is a clunky fucker. She's so clunky. Oh my goodness. Like, I think she's so clunky she threw off what's her name?
Sheeta.
Yeah, Sheeta. She threw Sheeta off.
Yeah.
With how like her movements were. And like it took a while for them to get into their proper groove from the start of the match. And I think the shine has really, really worn off Ruby Soho.
Yeah.
And I think like they're hesitant to put a title on her now.
Yep.
When they realize of what they're really getting. And where did Taya Valkyrie go? did we get rid of her by mistake?
When she comes back, you're going to complain she gets 7 title matches in a row. So why does it matter where she's going?
Man, oh man. Rich Southwood, your thoughts, my friend?
I could not disagree more with Canada Drive at all. I think Ruby Soho is amazing. I thought the match was good. I didn't think she looked clunky at all. I think it's part of how they were trying to play the match. I love her being like the Outcast theme music. I think it's amazing. They showed a record on there. She's like 35-7 or something in her AEW career or whatever.
35-7 in a fixed wrestling match? Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I'm just saying though, it shows you that they're willing to put her over.
I'm just saying
the problem
started the match out clunky is what she did.
The problem is
they did recover. They did recover and they did put on an entertaining match. But it doesn't take away with she's had some clunky matches.
That's okay. I still don't think that in terms of her character or anything else, I don't think the shine's gone at all. I think that they wouldn't be doing and keep putting her on TV when females don't get that much TV time at all if they didn't have confidence in her. So I think that you're dead wrong.
Rich, unfortunately, your comment.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
Just saying, Mr. Isaac, your turn.
I'm here to be controversial.
Yeah, this was pretty ugly in certain parts. When Sheeta comes off the top ropes and Soho forgets she's supposed to be in position to catch her, so she like tries to run quickly and get underneath her. It just looked absolutely terrible. I mean, there were several blown spots in this match. I do think the match got better as it went along. I thought the first half of the match was just god awful. I thought the second half of the match kind of recovered a little bit and it ended up being somewhat decent. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with Soho. I just don't know. It's just not. I don't know. She just has these clunky moments in matches. I don't get it. I mean, she's a veteran.
Rich is getting mad. He's getting mad.
I'm not mad at all. I'm just fine.
Burning a hole through us right now.
Hey, better than your boyfriend stays cool all the time.
Oh.
But I mean, it was just rough first half, okay second half.
But it was still entertaining, even though with those clunky moments.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the last couple minutes of the match was pretty good.
Yeah.
Really.
It was really decent.
Yeah.
Really good. Let's go Golden Graham, my friend. Go and lay it on us, brother.
I mean, yeah, the match was fine. It had its rough parts, but I mean, overall, it was enjoyable. My only question is I don't understand why Ruby is trying to win by disqualification when she's not the champion. Like, I don't understand that part of it. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, you're not the champion. You should want to win, not win by DQ where the belt doesn't change hands.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, she wanted the chance to grab the belt. That's why she was like, Ari Buffer was arguing with her.
I guess. But
Yeah. So we go with Renee. She's backstage with MJF, talking up the collision match. Here comes Joe. Samoa Joe says, I'll offer you my services in exchange for a rematch. I would like to go ahead and expound.
Just so you know, it's almost 11 o'clock. Yeah. Just so you know.
I would like to enlighten everyone, if you will. Here's the list of contenders for MJF's. here's the list of contenders for MJF's title belt. Switchblade Jay White, Samoa Joe, Kenny Omega, Wardlow, Canyon Dry, the Alliant One, Lord Rich Southwood, Mr. Isaacs, Golden Graham, and the JFB. We're all in line.
BCB Caleb Bane.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh my God! I'm telling you right now, man. If they're paving the road for a storyline where this guy is good every 3 months, he's going to be defending that championship against someone. Like, I like how they're setting it up, but my God, he's like Oprah Winfrey. He's just giving away shit for free. Okay.
Well, it's almost like part of his babyface run here is that before he wasn't defending at all.
Yeah,
and now he's making up for it.
Yeah,
and you know what? And your list probably doesn't include the person who's going to take the title off of him. Adam Cole.
There you go. So before we get to the main event, I want to talk about.
Did we miss the Wardlow promo?
No, we didn't. We talked Wardlow. We just skipped over it. It was
okay.
Yeah. So before we get to our main event is brought to you by Kill City Cop. Now, Halloween is coming up, and with Halloween, it's full of spookiness. For the first, as always, I'm a huge horror fanatic. I have hundreds of horror movies at my disposal. I love the genre. One day I hope to become rich from the genre, but I digress.
JP, I had 2 of them on Wrestling Paranormal on Sunday.
I know. We're talking Kill City Cup, guys.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and just watch the most bonkers thing in the entire world, I'm going to play you a little clip. It will show you exactly why Kill City Cup might be right up your alley, especially with this, time of the season with Goose and Ghouls. Here we go.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup.
Now, I don't even know this, but they're at 14,000 views right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And some of us were like number 5 or 6 when we watched this.
I mean, in all honesty, it's bonkers. It's Saw meets WrestleMania meets it's just murder and mayhem. You may have noticed Natalia Markova, friend of the show, is on there as well. It's a really great watch. I'm looking forward to what Luke puts out next. And the thing with Luke's creativity is going to go. He's going God mode.
Luke's a character, man. Like, I was only supposed to have Mason X and April Hunter on the show with Rich. And all of a sudden he's like, and my friend, the paranormal documentary guy, here, take him too. And I'm like, okay. So the link is below.
you want to go ahead and just watch Kill City Cup, the link is below. Please go watch this. Support Luke Roberts.
Or put just your search engine or whatever if you're watching live.
He's absolutely.
I mean, it's not like it's a real long watch either. To be honest, like
no, it's not.
It's a quick watch, so like you're not.
It's probably about it's an hour, right?
Yeah, it's just a little over an hour, I think. So like I said, real good, quick watch. Everything that you want. I described it as like Road Warrior, like Mad Max meets Mortal Kombat. It's pretty fun. I really enjoy it.
One of Natalia's big fans, Matthew. He's kind of like noob, and he refused to watch it for the longest time because he thought like Natalia was going to be hurt in it, and I was like, no, she wins the whole thing.
Spoilers.
Let's get to our main event, ladies and gentlemen. This is, this made my wrestling soul very happy. We're talking about Orange Cassidy and Okada, part of the Best Friends Chaos faction. They're going to be taking on Claudio, Bryan Danielson. Here's some of my notes. It's main event time, ladies and gentlemen. Okada versus Danielson has major intrigue with obviously Danielson being injured by Okada breaking his arm. Danielson schooling Orange Cassidy in the very beginning, and then Claudio going ahead and getting his turn in. I love how Okada messes with his opponents. He gets them against the ropes or in the corner, looks like he's going to punch, taps their chest, backs up. I love it. That is ring psychology at its best. We have really good picture-in-picture action. I normally go grab something to drink or something to eat. I go vape. I didn't. I watched the picture-in-picture. We get sort of a rematch finally. Okada and Danielson are in the match. They go after each other. Great offense by Okada. The lapel lock in by Danielson. This time, Orange Cassidy has been basically MIA. I love the reverses at the end. The swing into the orange punch, into this, into that. They just kept reversing. Claudio and Danielson did win. Out comes the Blackpool Combat Club. Danielson's on the ring and is clutching his face. Which makes me kind of wonder, I don't know how legit this is, and I'm sure we'll find out within the next day or so if this is a legit injury or if it's just part of the show. But Blackpool Combat Club seemed extremely worried about it. Out comes the best friend, and then we get a stare down. We get a stare down between Wheeler Yuta and Taz's boy
Hook. Yeah, you're like me. You forget names.
And here's the thing. I love Wheeler Yuta, and I think over the last year he has improved tremendously. I mean, we're talking about night and day from the old Wheeler Yuta to the one we have with the Blackpool Combat Club. Why you're going to set your focus on the FTW belt doesn't really make sense. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to the match. I think Wheeler Yuta is going to make Hook look like $1 billion. But to go after that belt doesn't make sense. And I feel like that's kind of what they're setting up. I'm going to go Canada Dry first. Canada Dry, lay it on for us. Main event time, my friend.
Yeah, I love the Okada and Bryan Danielson stuff. You just it was just a little bit of a taste.
Yeah.
You didn't get much, but you're like, oh yeah, I want to take a big old bite of this. The Orange Castanoli stuff, I was like, but I get it. It's a setup, and if I can be wrong on a match like this and still win, it's perfect.
Yeah,
because it sets me up for the easy win next week. Because there's no way Orange Cassidy's losing to Castanoli.
No,
next week. There's no way.
Yeah.
So if I'm able to lose this match and still win my match, that's great.
Yeah. Better than your boyfriend, Laura Southwood. Lay it on us, brother.
A couple things. First of all, I've never wanted to see someone get punched in the face more than I did Claudio in this match.
Yeah.
I just wanted Okada to come in and just clock him in the face. Like, I don't like the dude's face. I just don't. Something about him just drives me insane. I don't know what it is. Also, when he was having
Now, did you feel this way when he was in WWE?
I didn't watch WWE.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So this is my first knowledge of him. When Castagnoli and Okada were doing the punches back and forth at first, when they first were in the ring, Claudio sounded like he was Colossus from the old X-Men arcade game. And I was just like, I need to go play X-Men the arcade game now.
That is what it sounded like.
It is exactly what it sounded like. I was like having flashbacks.
You know that Claudio's played the game.
But the match was fun. Danielson and OC in the ring at the very beginning, I thought was very intriguing. As far as the ending and how it goes, I don't know if that was shoot or like the injury to Danielson, but I do know that the end of the show was like the beginning in the show, and there was chaos.
Yeah,
and
no pun intended.
This chaos though felt uneasy. Like it left me with the bad pit.
You mean like Chaos the faction? Is that what you're talking about?
Huh?
Chaos the faction? Is that what you're saying?
No. Just how the feeling felt in the ring between them. It just felt odd. It felt off, and it felt creepy. Like I just watched like Secret Window or Number 23 or something. That's how. And I think that was really cool for the time of the year too. But that was just an interesting thing that I saw the parallels kind of between the beginning of the show and the end of the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Isaacs, your turn, my friend.
I absolutely loved this match. I mean, for those of you who know, Danielson and Okada are my 1 and 2 favorite wrestler in the world. So, absolutely love them. This was a fantastic match. I could have done without Claudio and Orange Cassidy. Just get rid of the two of them, honestly. I mean, they did well in this match. You know, I don't want to demean them, but you know, this got me very intrigued for Okada and Danielson too, which I really hope is going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, your turn, my friend.
So I'm just going to point out a couple spots in this match that I absolutely loved. At the beginning, when Orange Cassidy is going to put his hands in his pocket and do his kicks, and Danielson just kicks the ever-loving crap out of his leg, and he just falls down. It was great. Yeah. I loved Okada did his Rainmaker pose, and all of a sudden you see Orange Cassidy come in for the hug. Like that
was the best. I popped so hard when that happened. Oh.
So and then at the end, like Okada was being a dick.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Oh, your arm, oh, your face."
Yeah, that's why it makes me think it's a work.
Yeah,
I think like it's a work.
But like, it's Okada. Like he's not like he's supposed to be the good guy in this. He's like BCC, I guess. I don't know. Are they supposed to be the heels?
Bad blood going on between Chaos and BCC.
I want to point out another thing that I liked that Orange Cassidy did with the, I guess the yes kicks he was doing to Claudio.
Yeah,
light kicks, and then he's just going fast. That was really cool.
Yep, absolutely.
Like, I'm not that Orange Cassidy anymore.
Yeah, guys, we are at the end. And as always, we have to do a few things. But the one thing we want to do is we want to give our respect and give our flowers to our favorite match and our favorite segment and the number of bells. How we felt about this episode of AEW's Wednesday Night Dynamite. Ken and John, I'm going to go with you first, my friend. Lay it on me, brother.
My favorite match of the night was the main event. My favorite segment was, let me see. I'm going to go with Christian Cage berating Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Nothing better than that. And I'm going to give this one a 4.2.
Okay, 4.2. Better than your boyfriend. Your turn, my friend.
My segment of the night is the beginning one with MJF and where he rolled Roddy away. That's just, I mean, come on, just forget about it. That's my favorite segment. I really did like the RVD hook match a lot.
Yeah.
But I think that the main event was a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it wasn't by much.
Yeah.
And I like a wrestle heavy show, but to me this was very, very well done and it felt very important. So this is the highest rating I've ever given. I'm giving it 4.5 bells.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow. That's impressive, Mr. Expert. Your turn. Can you live up with the hype?
there's no way he beats Rich.
I think you're muted.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's sexy.
Verizon, where are you?
I had the mute switch on by accident because my son was up wandering the hall. But yeah, the main event was my match of the night, without a doubt. Segment of the night, I'm gonna go with Swerve going to Hangman's house.
Ooh,
It
there's so
just
many
had
good
that-
segments on this show.
It just
You
had
can't
that
go wrong.
old school like personal feel that you used to feel from like Attitude Era feuds. Like I love that. I'm a sucker for that.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna give this show in its entirety 4.5 bells.
Holy shit. That's the highest
High
of any
praise when
show.
we have an expert.
That is the highest rating I've ever given a show on one of these. Yeah.
Hey, here we go,
Wow.
buddy. Come on, right here.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I might be the lowest on this.
I feel like I should have a pacemaker. Holy crap. He went 4.5.
4.5.
I
Yep.
step on my game here.
That's the problem when you go first.
Golden Graham, your turn, my friend.
Okay, so my segment of the night is one we didn't talk about, and I'm going to go with the Adam Copeland and Sting promo. Like,
Yeah.
to see Sting get fired up like that, like, caught me off guard, but I loved it.
It was good.
Like,
Yeah.
he's like, look, we go back. I learned from the dirtiest player in the game how to see through the bullshit.
Yeah.
See through Christian and let's go take care of business. I loved it.
Yeah.
Match of the night. I think, I want to say the main event, but just to vary it up a little, I'm going to go with the opener. I'm going to go with Juice Robinson and MJF. Like,
Can't go
just
wrong.
part of that with the whole flow of that first half hour was great. And I don't think there was
I love
one
we've all
bad-
picked different segments so far.
I don't think there's one bad thing on this show, honestly.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm going 4.5. Like,
Oh,
such a
it's
great
4.5
show.
party.
Like,
You know why I'm not 4.5?
because you're Canada Dry.
No, it's because Ruby Soho.
Honestly, if it wasn't for Ruby, I probably would have gave this a 5. I'll be
Sure
honest.
Oh!
there.
I love this show top to bottom. I thought this show flowed so well. The matches made sense. The sequence of the matches made sense. Everything made sense. And it gave you a feel like this was a bit like you were getting ready for a go home. Like there's a pay-per-view this Saturday or this Sunday.
It felt like it.
It felt it. It really
Well, there is a free
You're
pay-per-view.
getting a
We're
world
getting
title
MJF and
match.
Omega.
Omega on Saturday.
Collision, baby.
Swerve
Oh,
was my best favorite segment of the night. And here's the reason why. I think that Tony Khan fell out of bed, hit his head on the corner of the nightstand, kind of passed out when he came to, when Mrs. Tony Khan slapping him in the face. And he goes, Swerve is $1 million, and I'm treating him like he's $100,000 bar. He's worth $1 billion. I love Swerve. I loved him when he was Killshot in Lucha. I loved him in his shitty run in WWE. I loved him when he had a really shitty run in his first few weeks in AEW. I love Swerve. This guy is just freaking.
He's good in MLW.
Oh yeah. Amazing.
My favorite match of the night. I am a New Japan junkie. I consume it and I watch it religiously. I absolutely love it. It was great to see Okada in the States, not just on the West Coast, but deep on the East Coast. And that's a long ass flight. I mean, it's that guy's been on the plane for 20 hours, I guarantee you.
I didn't get to see him wrestle, but I got to see Okada in Chicago. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Okada is just freaking amazing. This guy is one of the greatest gifts that wrestling has right now. I'm going to give it 4.75 stars. The Soho match is what dropped it for me. It was clunky. It felt weird. And Shida wasn't much better. You know, I mean, she didn't look that smooth.
Well, yeah, the match exposed Shida. You meant to protect her.
It totally did. And it made you realize that we need Hayter and we need Tony Storm and we need that now.
Or maybe some Russian that we might know.
DMD is what we need.
You know who else we need? I want to see.
Yeah.
Miss Monet. Bring her in.
Ooh, legit balls.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't think she can hold a candle to the girls that are in AEW right now. I don't.
I don't know, but I want to see if she can.
I'd love to. I'd love to see it, but I don't think she
Tony
can.
Khan would love to print the money.
Guys, that's the end of our show. Holy Christopher Columbus. We're running really late, so I'm going to go ahead and give you our rigmarole really quickly. Listen, if you want to support us, go right below Big Shiny Matrix at hotmail.com. Sends you directly to our PayPal. You can give us any amount of money that you want to. You can go to YouTube, do the tiers, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, whatever you feel like you want to do per month. Give it to us. It gives us the opportunity to get guests. That's right. Guests and pay the lighting bill because Canada Dry keeps the light on all the time in the effing studios. Like the electricity is free like it is in Canada. It's not here in the
Look at that GM Joe Halo lighting. That's not cheap.
You see, I'm in a very sexy environment here.
Oh,
you don't have a halo. You don't have a halo light.
If you want to support us and you want to show the world how much you love us, there's only one way to do it. Now, Canada Dry has one. It's the sharpshooter action. Listen, which Southwood has iHeart AFW. We have Natalia Markova in the All Effing Wrestling shirt, which is our show on Sunday. Here's Natalia Markova with the original shirt, the OG shirt, the effing wrestling middle finger shirt. Where do you get these? ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. Now, if you like old school wrestling, and you should, because we know you do, you want to pay respects to those who came before us. You want to give them our flowers. And what better way to give your flowers to someone who actually had a show called The Flower Shop? That's Adrian Adonis. You can go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all of your Adrian Adonis gear on behalf of Canada Dry. You're better than your boyfriend, Lord Ryan Rich. You have an expert, Mr. Isaacs. F and Golden Graham. I am the J, F, and B.
You sure you're not? What's that masked wrestler in AEW that does the commentary?
Excalibur.
Yeah, you're not Excalibur. Lord Ryan Rich, do you want to give us your Just Keep Fighting speech that we all famously give it out?
People everywhere out there, if you can hear my voice, I want you to know life is hard and it can beat us down to the point to where we feel we are desperate and we can no longer go on. But I am here to tell you there is a community of people that will love you for you and that will be here for you and want to see you on this planet. So from everyone in All Effing Wrestling, remember to just keep fighting.
Oh, give me chills, baby.
Man,
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.